Here we are, Brighton and everyone watching at home. Match 2, the second quarterfinal match of the Pride of Brighton tournament here in Riptide Wrestling. We have the keyboard Wally, Kurtis Chapman, versus the O.J.M.O.
Aside from my match, of course, Kid Lagos, I think this could be a sleeper for match of the night. It's a real interesting matchup.
A lot of faith in yourself, Shea Purser, but yeah, I think you're correct. This could be pretty extraordinary. O.J.M.O, of course, a very talented professional wrestler. Kurtis Chapman has been wrestling since he was like 6, and he still looks the same. It's not true at all, but Kurtis, a very skilled technical wrestler, despite all the keyboard nonsense. So we might see a very technical contest, Shea Purser.
Although I don't agree with the tactics of O.J.M.O, he's a little bit too clean for my liking. I can't help but admire the young man and the way he wrestles. He's insanely talented. We see two friends here coming up against each other. Close personal friends, they like to call each other. I don't know what that means, but I wish they'd call me it as well.
I mean, we all gotta have some CPFs, but CPFs doing that to each other, that's so unnecessary. And they're already going after it, Shea Purser.
Maybe I don't want to be their close personal friend.
Breaking down right now, and Kurtis Chapman is getting battered. O.J.M.O, of course, from London, so he must have had a few scraps in his time. Well, I've been to London and it scares me. And they're fighting already, Jesus.
O.J.M.O coming with that hot fire. Using the banana as a weapon, referee, that could be a DQ in some countries.
Kurtis Chapman thankfully got his mouth guard in. Oh, that's a topical chant right there.
Yeah, very, very good. Very witty, the Brighton crowd, aren't they? That's the reason I don't like them. Watch the wrestling!
O.J.M.O, of course, recently taking Pac, of all people. to his limits recently. The pack.
Wow.
28-minute contest. Oh! Well, it's rare you see Kurtis Chapman do a body slam. But there we are, smashing it out of the park and banging out O.J.M.O onto the floor. And now going for the count-out victory. That's very smart wrestling by Kurtis Chapman.
He's got that high, same as Chikara, a cheater with a high ring IQ. Something I can relate to.
Yes, Kurtis does have a high ring IQ. Very skilled technical wrestler. And
his top trumps card said 10 on Tekkers.
Yes.
You don't need to know much more than that, really, do you?
He's an exceptional healer on Overwatch. He's an incredible player of Barcelona on FIFA. And here he is in the ring, using his wrestling IQ to try and steal the count-out victory. Of course, as most nerds will know, you'd never want to get hit, so Kurtis Chapman taking advantage of that and not trying to get hit, but trying to take the count-out. But now going for those repeated snapmares we've seen in the past. Not really a damaging move, but more of a tiring move.
Exactly. Similar effect to the aeroplane spin. Just confusion, dizziness.
Now locking that arm.
Both
locking that other arm.
What's he doing with his gum shields? Oh, God.
Now, I'm sure Chris Brooks wouldn't be happy if he knew something so similar was happening.
He's actually sat just over there watching this happen, so...
But we'll see. Kurtis Chapman now, again, maybe work into the...
right
into the count out.
Right in front of our commentary desk there, and he fell heavy on that left leg.
O.J.M.O, of course, his finisher being a half Boston Crab! I was just saying, O.J.M.O's finisher is a half Boston Crab, and if you can't get a standing base, you won't be able to lock that submission in. And if you work that leg... Oh, but look, like he's going to throw him into the wall!
Oh my God!
What is he doing?
The O.J.M.O is stuck behind the chairs of the Brighton faithful.
Kurtis Chapman just threw O.J.M.O into a wall, and O.J.M.O hit the wall hard, let me tell you. If our cameras didn't pick it up, it was disgusting.
O.J.M.O really looking burnt out here on this crawl. Kurtis Chapman, fair play to him, using every part of this arena to his advantage.
The keyboard warrior here taking some advice from the WWE SVR games by getting back in the ring and holding R2 to rest, but O.J.M.O makes it back. But a quick drop kick there. Throwing him out the other side.
Straight back out.
Again, hitting the floor hard there. Now what's he going for?
Taking the man. I can't see.
Applying what looks like an octopus stretch maybe from our vantage point, but it could be something else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an octopus stretch, alright. Shades of an octopus.
Oh my God! This is a fight for no reason. Like, you can see how serious they're taking this Pride of Brighton tournament. They both won this medal, and Kurtis sliding back into the ring.
Very smart from Kurtis Chapman. I can't see the O.J.M.O. This could be the game.
You can see though, the welts on Kurtis Chapman's back. But over the cover.
Tight cover.
Yes, a very good cover there from Kurtis Chapman. Oh, that's so... Kurtis Chapman really has a mean streak here in Brighton. He's always had a problem with the Brighton fans, but they seemingly have really got under his skin lately.
Keeping control of that wrist previously broken by the O.J.M.O. You can see he's wearing a strap on it. Oh, and straight to it.
Yeah, O.J.M.O, of course, has broken that wrist twice in the space of a year and a half. Currently back and healthy, but I've seen him have that wrist checked at shows in the past, and he might have to have it checked after this match.
Very, very worrying for the O.J.M.O. I can't remember the last time I saw Kurtis Chapman go to the top rope. See, Kurtis isn't the ring savant that I am. I'd already be off that top rope. He's taking a little bit too much time for my liking.
He clearly got very distracted by the creative chants of the crowd. Jarring his knee, and you know what that means.
Oh my God. Oh!
Shades of Yamato with that drop kick.
Kid, like us, I've been on the receiving end of that drop kick, and it leaves a taste in your mouth and not a nice one.
It looks like it sucks to be on the other end of, but O.J.M.O finally got some momentum behind him.
He needs to capitalise, but Kurtis Chapman has worked that man's back over to no extent.
And again, look at those welts growing on Kurtis Chapman's back and on his neck.
Oh,
not able to get his feet. Maybe a little bit rocked here from that drop kick. Big stinger splash.
Straight back with another. Just really, that aggression of the O.J.M.O coming out. He's getting his chance to pay back.
Unloading here. Madness.
The rope switch. Oh!
Drops him on his head. What a DDT.
Not wise not to cover there. Oh, but he's got something else in mind.
Maybe going for that moonsault.
Justin Gabriel!
Moonsault quebrada, not enough to count, but O.J.M.O is back in control, and Kurtis Chapman is clutching his knee. So if O.J.M.O goes for his finish, it could be over, Shea Purser. It could be done right now.
O.J.M.O really, I think he's paying too much attention to the Brighton crowds.
It's a mistake. We've been there, we've all been there, Shea Purser, and now look at him setting up for that half crab, but pandering to the crowd.
He could have already had that submission in by now.
You can't play if you get a kick in the face, and that's why you shouldn't pander to the crowd that much, OJ. Oh! Stiff slap, stiff uppercut. Missing the 540 kick.
Stan Hansen. Big boy lariat from O.J.M.O.
We have to talk about that choice of maneuver because as a smaller wrestler, myself and yourself, you can speak how hard it is to take someone down with a clothesline. So O.J.M.O is showing some great strength there, but you've got to think it's taking it out of his body to be putting that much force onto such a move that's so hard to execute at a guy of our size. Absolutely,
it's expenditure for worth. You don't always want to throw everything at someone. Maybe work a little bit smarter, O.J.M.O. Maybe look at what you can do. Oh, catches the boot.
O.J.M.O maybe go for that half Boston again. Oh, and Kurtis, you've made an error here. That's got to be it. He's getting the Boston Crab easy now.
Now we know!
A code breaker! A code breaker out of nowhere! And Kurtis
Chapman
trying to get to the apron.
In a innovative way?
Climbing, now going for that top rope double stomp.
Chapman,
but again, looking at the crowd, taking his time. Maybe that knee playing a factor.
There we go. This is not a wise choice. Oh, nip up. Gooey!
And Chapman there, very smart, getting his little leg in to try and keep a steadier base at least. O.J.M.O lifts him up.
Oh, wow.
Big stall.
Oh, my lords.
An incredible
transition.
Not enough for the jackhammer, but rolling him over.
This is the urgency we were on about. Oh, no.
Against the ropes. Oh, and another boot to the head.
Chapman sizing up O.J.M.O here.
Kurtis with the deepest voice I've ever heard. But boot is backing up at least the deep voice with these incredible shots.
These men love their Japanese wrestling, I'll give them that.
Kurtis, of course, recently potentially taken under the wing by Zack Sabre Jr.
Going for a
gotch-style maneuver.
He's got the O.J.M.O low on his legs as well. That could be a real impact to the head, but O.J.M.O says O.J.M. no.
That was an incredible turn of phrase, Shea Purser, and O.J.M.O turning the momentum right here to get back on top of Kurtis Chapman.
O.J.M.O here.
Pulling for that pounce knee.
Oh!
Drills him with it, but
Chapman wisely rolling to the outside, but I don't know whether that was by choice or not. He could be out.
O.J.M.O can't get the cover if he's on the outside, but
what a turn of events. Kurtis Chapman looking for that count-out victory for so long. it might come back to bite him in the bottom.
O.J.M.O. clearly very, very tired right now. Not able to get to the outside to get Kurtis Chapman back in.
He's got to be content with this. He can win. He can win. If he leaves him, he could win.
Oh, O.J.M.O. calling for a dive here. We know he's known for this Fosbury flop.
Oh my God.
Not getting it though. Oh, Psycho knee.
That was... Oh, Chapman climbing. Oh, leg's looking okay now. Double stop. Oh, heavy on the leg. Rolls him over.
Is that a no?
Oh, kick out.
Much like myself, the crowd are elated.
The shock in the face of Kurtis Chapman. He cannot believe he kicked out of that.
This match has been wild, Shea Purser. And as you said, this was definitely a sleeper for match of the night.
Absolutely. I know what I'm talking about.
Kurtis Chapman needs to capitalize though, not take his time. Code breaker again, holding on.
Oh, roll through! No replay! No replay!
In the middle of the ring!
On that injured left leg. This could be it. I don't know what Kurtis Chapman can do. He tries crawling. He's scampering to the ropes. Can he get him? Back to the center. Look at the torque on that leg. Maybe if he sits in a little bit more, that could be it.
Yeah, just needs to squat down a little bit more and maybe he'll get that tap out.
Ah, Chapman making it to the ropes. He looks desperate. See, O.J.M.O. not using the count to his advantage there. That's why he doesn't have that cunning that Kurtis Chapman does have. You've got to milk those opportunities to the fullest. I don't care about the crowd. You've worked his leg over. You want to hurt it as much as you can for as long as you can.
This is an incredible contest, but again, another situation where O.J.M.O. is taking time to play to the crowd, and wait, Kurtis Chapman has the keyboard. He has the keyboard referee.
One man in the crowd really taking umbrage with this.
Referee snatching the keyboard.
Says no.
No J.M.O. as it were. Oh! For the boot.
To the gonads.
Ditch that keyboard, Kurtis Chapman. 1,
Genius.
2, 3.
Genius.
There you have it. Brighton and everyone watching at home. Your second semi-finalist, Kurtis Chapman, the keyboard warrior, showing those keyboard smarts, as it were.
Exactly. He pressed Control-Alt-Delete on the O.J.M.O's life there.
A man known for taking shortcuts, and a man who knows his shortcuts on the keyboard. Kurtis Chapman with the win.
He is laughing in the face of Riptide management. He believes he's going to come home with that Pride of Brighton championship. He's not going to because I'm in this tournament, obviously. But if I meet him in the final, he might give me a little bit of a fight.
Disgraceful behaviour there from Kurtis Chapman. And look at him getting in the face of Riptide management. Disgusting. What are you playing at, son? What are you playing at?
Love it.
You used to be such a nice boy.
I love this game.
What are you doing? What are you doing, huh?
Let's give it up one time.